Well, hello, and hope everyone is doing well in your travels and your work and everything else that's going on. I hope everyone is good health as well. I have a few things to talk about. Hope to make this a short video. I want to talk a little bit about grading, the literary review, and some of the things coming up in Unit 6, the initial plan, and the elevator speech. Well, with grading, I've had a few questions, especially with discussions. If you have a grade of 90 or more, that means an A. Now, the way the grading works is that we don't start at 100 and take off points. If you hit the numbers, you do the minimum as far as I did this, I did that, you're going to get a C. Now, in order to get an A, you need to contribute to the class and do exceptional work. So if you have a 90 or more, that's A work, and that's very good. And if you really do put considerable thought into what you do, the assignments, the discussions, etc., it will be reflected in the grade, and if it really is good, you will get 90 or more. This week we're working on the literary review, otherwise known as the annotated outline. This is a list of your sources so far. Now, because it's called an outline, some people are confused as far as how this should look. I did email out an example of possible organization. Now, one of the key parts to this is that your sources should be cited in APA style. So what you'll have is where your sources are, you'll have the APA citation and then a brief description of it right below that. And then you go on to your next source and your next source after that. Now you may notice themes or topics between them. It could be 2, it could be 3, who knows. You can organize them that way, where you'd have your main title for your literary review, maybe a little bit of an introduction, a couple sentences, short paragraph, and then a header with, saying this topic, and then your sources listed below that in APA style with the description after each source, and then to the next topic and the next topic. Please look at my example. I think it's pretty clear how that works. Also, putting things in an outline form does not mean you always have to do Roman numeral 1, capital letter A, etc. Look in Word, you'll notice that there are different headers and type styles like normal, header 1, header 2, header 3, etc. Those are for writing in an outline type way, which a lot of business documents and even documents for other uses are done. So please take a look at that. Let me know if you have any questions. Coming up next week, we have the initial plan. Now, in the assignment, it talks about doing an outline. What works best is to put together the documents we have so far that directly pertain to your project proposal. So put them in the order that we've created so far. Put any kinds of corrections and improvements in them. It would be good to have sort of a small introduction at the beginning, and at the end maybe put in some kind of a conclusions or next steps to show where you think you should go from this point. It should be a good way to show where you are and where you think you need to go. And that's all I'm asking. I know it's too early in the course to have everything in your proposal fleshed out, but this is a good way to say, this is where we are at this point. I'm sure you've had to do this in your work and other areas outside of this class. So it's a great exercise, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. Now, your elevator speech, it's not going to be a regular presentation. What this is, in case you run into the right person in the elevator in the hallway, this is like a 30-second to 1-minute brief spiel talk that you're going to give to that person, that key person, to sort of get their backing for this proposal. Get them up to date, maybe get them to get behind it and help push it. So ways you can do this, we're not going to do a teleconference. It's not worth it to do that for 30 seconds or a minute. The two ways I'd advocate to do for this would be write the script out. I mean, it's only 30 seconds or a minute, that's maybe a page. Or else record it and submit that or put it in the discussion. So those would be the two ways. So either write it out or record it. Thanks.